The kind of fame Ibrahim Traore has in Africa, it's insane. And anybody who wants to fight Ibrahim Traore today must be very careful, and that person must have planned and arranged his cards very well. Because if there is someone you cannot fight today and you cannot fight right now and manage fighting him, it's the one and only Captain and King Ibrahim Traore. Take a look. The guy is taking over every places. I saw it in Ghana when a lot of people banged the streets when he was going to Ghana. And I've seen it again in Kenya, because right now in Kenya, you would see cars painted Ibrahim Traore and people printing clothes Ibrahim Traore. You see, that is how famous Ibrahim Traore is becoming. And that is how Ibrahim Traore is taking over Africa day by day. Every country in Africa and all Africans in Africa, they would want to see, talk about, and they would want to meet Ibrahim Traore. Like, for example, I had a certain conversation on TikTok when Kenyans were saying that Ibrahim Traore was born in Kenya, but he is currently living in Burkina Faso. Like, he was born in Kenya and then he migrated to Burkina Faso. Some are saying that his father is from Kenya, but his mother is from Burkina Faso. And people are beginning now to possess or to own Ibrahim Traore as their own child, from their own home, because he is doing things that everybody wants to see him doing. And I can tell you without fear of contradiction that Ibrahim Traore has already taken over Africa, and nobody can stand today to try and want to go against Ibrahim Traore. And I've heard that people are plotting things, and especially the people who are looking forward to, people who want to eliminate Ibrahim Traore, people who are planning his assassination, and even some African leaders, African politicians. And it is something that I have really come to realize, that Africans who are puppets, really, they have a problem. And greedy is killing Africans, especially the politicians and especially the leaders. Because if people can plot some things simply to make Ibrahim Traore dirty, or rather to make him look a bad person, so that people can stop loving him, thinking he was a traitor, or rather he was just pretending, and we stop following him and start listening to them. That's a very bad move, and it's a very unplanned move, unthinkable move, because you're making a very big mistake. If you think that is how you're gonna do, to win our trust, if you think that is how you're gonna do to win people's trust, or rather to make people start to stop following Ibrahim Traore, you're getting it wrong. Because you need to understand today that Ibrahim Traore has already taken over. He has taken over Africa. He has taken over every country of Africa. No Africa, and I've told you before, I'm going to tell you again, there is no country in Africa that does not talk about Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore has entered into the hearts of Africans. Even if Ibrahim Traore tries to mess today, nobody will talk about it. And people may not agree with you that he actually messed up. People will tell you it was a mistake, because he has already done many, 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 many good things. That even when we try to find things, maybe bad things that he has done, we cannot be able to find it. Strategically, Ibrahim Traore is dope. Okay, helping people and planning issues and things in his country, Ibrahim Traore is dope. Coming about the economy and raising the economy, Ibrahim Traore is dope. Working on development and infrastructure in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore is dope. Raising the level of education in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore is dope. Raising projects and doing all those things, Ibrahim Traore is dope. I've seen a video when Ibrahim Traore walks on the ground himself. He doesn't send people like, other political leaders here in Africa. They're behaving, it's like this country does not belong to them. They're behaving like they're visitors in this country. And I told you before, there are other politicians, presidents of these countries, who does not even know there is a village. There is a village here in Africa, or there's a village in his country that is called Maasai, that is called Tongareni, a village that is called Kapenguria, because they've never been there. They don't know people who are there. How do they look like? They don't know which kind of life are they living. They really don't know. Okay? Because it's none of their business. Their business was to get to power. They have gotten to power. And when they have gotten to power, every other thing has become useless to them. They don't care anymore. They don't struggle anymore to understand these things. They are just there because their interest and their aim was to get to power. Now that they have gotten to power, they cannot do these things anymore. They can't walk around to see how people are doing anymore. They can't walk in the villages to go and see how people are doing anymore, because they have gotten what they wanted. And this is how politicians have been always. Okay? So Africa has leaders who does not understand what they're supposed to be doing, or rather, they know what they're supposed to be doing, but they are not actually giving themselves, or rather, giving out themselves to the work and to the assignment they were assigned to do. They think about themselves so much. And that is why they cannot be famous in Africa. And if they be famous in Africa, they will be famous in Africa in a negative way. Unlike Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is loved by every single African, despite the fact that he has not been to these countries. He has not been to Kenya before. He has not been to Angola before. He has not been to Cameroon before. He has not been to Senegal before. Okay? He has not been to Liberia before. Maybe he hasn't been to South Africa before. But you will hear South Africans talking about Ibrahim Traore. You will hear Liberians talking about Ibrahim Traore. You will hear people from the Senegalese talking about Ibrahim Traore. All of these people, you will hear Kenyans talking about Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is being drawn, his pictures on cars in Kenya. While William Ruto, you cannot even find a single photo of William Ruto, a single image of William Ruto in any car, in any passenger car. And they're even afraid of doing that, because they think if they draw William Ruto on their cars, maybe they cannot even, those cars might even fail to get passengers, because nobody wants to be associated with President William Ruto, because William Ruto is an associate to lies. Okay, he has made people suffer. The same to Tinubu, the same to Ramaphosa, the same to other presidents who are corrupt in Africa. And therefore, nobody wants to engage, nobody wants to associate with themselves with them, unless the people who are helping him still, or the fellow corrupt members, the fellow corrupt people. So Ibrahim Traore is taking over Africa. I'm telling you that without fear of contradiction. And very soon you'll hear Ibrahim Traore taking over Africa. Africa is being taken over by Ibrahim Traore. We don't have an argument on that. We don't have to discuss that. It's not a question I'm asking. It's a statement I'm making that Ibrahim Traore is taking over Africa. And it is our prayer that this overtake should take a very short time, because we want one president, Ibrahim Traore, the king of Africa, who is going to lead Africa to its destiny, to the promised land. Okay? All these other people, leaders, they should be just ministers in the government of Ibrahim Traore, the Kenyan, the African president, the African king. That is what we want. And when we are seeing Ibrahim Traore being like spread everywhere, it is my happiness. That is what we want. And I urge everybody to make sure you're spreading Ibrahim Traore everywhere you can, in all the places possible. You can spread him using all means possible. Do that, because we want to live in a country, we want to be in a place, we want to live at a place, at a land where we are peaceful, where we have justice, where we are enjoying our rights, where we have freedom. Okay, that's what we want. And Ibrahim Traore, I'm supporting him when he's taking over Africa, because I love it so much. Deep down in my heart, I feel so good that Ibrahim Traore has finally started taking over Africa. I saw it in Ghana. In Ghana, it was wow. It was wow. People went crazy because of Ibrahim Traore. It was really wow. I really love that. I really enjoyed that. It was an amazing thing to do. It was very, very, very beautiful. I really love it so much. And in Kenya, I've seen it happening. I've seen printers of the Ibrahim Traore attires. I've seen his pictures all over in the cars and everywhere. Advertise Ibrahim Traore. Let people know Ibrahim Traore into your villages from wherever you're coming from. Whether you're coming from South Africa, whether you're coming from you're coming from Morocco, whether you're coming from Algeria, whether you are also coming from Djibouti, from Rwanda, from all these countries you're coming from, make sure you're advertising Ibrahim so that people in the village also can understand that we have a leader who is called Ibrahim Traore, and he's currently the king of Africa, who is doing good things and better things that Africans want here in Africa, who is not a puppet to the United States of America, who's not a puppet to the France, like how we see Mr. Ruto and Mr. Tinubu being puppets, being used. Okay, we don't want those kind of leaders. Those kind of leaders have really killed Africa. Africa has been dying all this time because of these kind of leaders, and we don't want to have those kind of leaders anymore. We want to have leaders who have the interest of the people of Kenya. Okay, who have the interests of Kenyans. Those are the kind of people that we want, and therefore let us join our hands together to be able to spread Ibrahim Traore all over and everywhere possible we can, because that is what we want and that is what we're aiming to. And I am so happy to see him being spread everywhere. When you get an opportunity to advertise Ibrahim Traore, to talk about Ibrahim Traore, though he is already advertising himself, because action speaks louder than words. Okay, Mswahili akasema kizuri chajitembeza ila kibaya chajitembeza ila kizuri chajiuza. In English, what am I saying? I'm saying something that is bad, it has to walk itself so that people can see it. Okay, something that is not valuable, it's not valuable, you have to display it many times, display it everywhere so that people can see it. Okay, but anything that is valuable, something that is not valuable, you display it many times so that people can see it and maybe buy it or maybe come for it. But anything that is valuable, you don't have to display it. You don't have to put it anywhere. People just come and ask for it themselves because it's valuable and it's good. They've tasted it, they've experienced it, it's good and it's valuable. Okay, so Ibrahim Traore is already a quality leader. He doesn't even have to walk around and speak about it himself, tell us what he has done. We already see what he has done. We can already declare him a king of Africa and a leader of Africa, even without him telling us that we should declare him so, because we are seeing what he is doing and we are after what he is doing. Okay, that is what we want. That is what matters. So Ibrahim Traore is our king, is our leader. Just know in Africa we have a king, we have a leader who is Ibrahim Traore, and all these other puppets who have not yet shown themselves out. Listen, don't to speak down. You're speaking down, trying to show us you're with Ibrahim Traore, and yet we don't know if you're with Ibrahim Traore. The only people we know that are with Ibrahim Traore are Tiani and Goita, and Tiani and Abdurrahmani, those two. Goita and Abdurrahmani, those two, we know them because they have already shown out Their clear indication, their clear picture. They've displayed out already what they want to do, and we have seen. So the Sahel, together with Ibrahim Traore, together with Goita, together with Chani, those three, we have seen them working. They've chased these people. They're talking on media. We're seeing them. We want to see other, before we begin talking about you and supporting you, we want to see other leaders coming up and standing bold like Ibrahim Traore and saying, wow, man, we need to be peaceful. We need to have our freedom. We need to liberate and revolve Africa into its into its original value. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here, African Streamline. We are back again like we never left. And I love you so much, oh guys, everybody from diaspora, from Caribbean, from Africa. You're great people, man. You're good people. You're good people. You're great people, and I love you so much. Keep on tuning in. Keep on staying here. African Streamline family. I say every day that Africa ni nyumbani. Africa is our home. Anything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as Africans. And therefore, it is our matter. Africa is our business, and we must deal with our business accordingly. And therefore, let's tune in. Let's keep on being here. If you're the returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if it's the first time to be here, go ahead on and hit the subscription box. Make a comment there. I'll do my best to make sure I'm reading all the comments and reply where possible. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for choosing me as your channel, as African Streamline. And I love you. I salute you guys so much, everybody. All right. Adios, guys.